Dr. Annadurai, perhaps today no one would really like to speak about Plan B, but as they say, that space can really be unforgiving. There is no scope for any mistake. Hence, a Plan B is always important. There were some reports that were coming in earlier in the day suggesting that there is already a Plan B. There could be, if at all, a last moment, there could be a delay in the landing. Another date could be also fixed for the landing. You've also made a mention of the Plan B that ISRO already has. Just to put this into perspective, in Chandrayaan-2, when the altitude was falling, and as we understand with the power descent when it was taking place, that was the very stage where the software glitch actually took place. And also the difficulty perhaps when the landing takes place with the lunar dust taking up, all those difficulties are taken into consideration. Now, how important is this Plan B? And is this Plan B a little different than the Plan B that was planned during Chandrayaan-2? Because during Chandrayaan-2, it happened right in between, much before the landing actually took place. So the Plan B for Chandrayaan-3, is it different than what we had seen for Chandrayaan-2?
Yeah, you look at here, all through the mission, even you take from Chandrayaan, if any one of the missions of this, from the launch day to the landing, I think we had the launch day to the final target. The Plan B is in a place. Even the launch date, I think we have the couple of opportunities. Even if it is a problem, next day going, what time is that? Similarly, we are having the nearly 5 earthbound maneuvers, and we plan and aim for particular target orbit. If it is not happening, we have the Plan B, which will work out and such that correct it next time. That means you again get back to the Plan A with the corrections of the duration of firing or something like that. Similarly, acquiring the lunar orbit. And again, after acquiring lunar orbit, if it is not the way in which we have done, corrections being inbuilt for the subsequent maneuvers. The same way, look at here, the final orbit what we are planning. Originally, whatever we planned, 30 by 100 kilometer, I think we are seeing slight difference. And then accordingly, it has to be accommodated in that mission. And now let us assume during that thing, also after acquiring also, we have a couple of operations, including the one whatever happened recently, establishing the alternate communication path. That is a Plan B. Okay, that means in case the direct communication to Earth from the lander due to some reason after landing, you have seen an unforeseen orientation or an obstacle, and that is not allowing us to communicate to the Earth for one of the station or any of the station which is looking at the which is positioned at the Earth. Then you have the alternate path coming from Chandrayaan-2 orbiter that has to be established now. Okay, let us assume it has not been established now today, then definitely we will make a trial. So that calls for instead of 23rd, you look for 27th, because that is the place that all other things remain same. Starting time around we can change. That means Plan B is a part and parcel of the space mission. Each instant, each milestone. Okay, it is not only the launch date changing or the injection changing. Similarly, during the 15 minutes also, as I told, a reference target, reference route is there. But from the reference route, it can deviate. Even you look at Chandrayaan-2, we have much early itself, we have seen some glitches. If you look at the place, before even communication being aborted, you are seeing that. So that actually it got accumulated. That is the one finally when coming to there. It has to reach the place, it has to acquire a velocity, which calls for a different orientation. But to go down, time is running out, you have to go down, you have to come down like this. To reduce the velocity which was going like this, increase the velocity to reach the place, you have to go like this. Okay, this is an issue. To reach that place, you have to go like this. But to come down, you have to come down like this. But originally you are like this. So this confusion was made last minute to tumble and fall like this. Okay, so such a things not to happen. This is accumulation of errors or accumulation of deviation. After that, from you take a plan here to Plan B, it creates an issue. So instead of that, now the error bounds are seen there. And as I told initially, every instant the Plan B is being embedded in the 15-meter the program is concerned. So that way, what we talk about the Plan B is not a macro level, it is a micro level also. That is all the more important. And all these things have been tested. Okay, including the landing site is not a 500 by 500 meter. Okay, it is now you have wider, you know that 4.5 to nearly 2.5 kilometer length. And similarly, the landing speed, even if it is 3 meter or 4 meter per second, the legs can take care of that. I think like that, the plan B is a part and parcel of the entire course of the mission, starting from the July 14th launch.